years. Reality has really whooped my ass. I didn't lose the plot, the shit was stolen. Good morning, y'all. I hope I don't run out of space this time, but this is sweet, and yeah. So I was ahead of the game. I did like my little Bible time and stuff. I had Bible time with ChatGPT. Judge me if you want, I don't care. But so we're gonna talk about what I talked about last night about how let me just hop into it. So before I go into, I'm gonna separate it because I'm gonna tell you what I was feeling before I typed it in ChatGPT and what ChatGPT told me. Like I said, mind your business. But look, you know how people say they lost the plot? That's kind of what I'm going through. My why is no longer the same why I had 5 years ago. One of the things, like how I mentioned how I always wanted a whole bunch of kids, one of the things is that I've always wanted a big family. I always wanted my family close. I always wanted to have a tight-knit family. Fun fact, like when it came to looking like a dream of mine has always been to be able, this is like the ultimate dream of mine, was to be able to get a big estate, have my house as the main house, and a whole bunch of like garage apartments or like little small houses where like all my family can live. I don't know how it will be funded, but that's a dream of mine. That was always a dream of mine. And then we all meet up for Sunday dinner at my house. That's how, like, I've always wanted to have that tight-knit family type of dynamic. Life started over for me 5 years ago, going on 6, but 5 years ago, everything I did was for family. Dom can't tell me how important family is, because that was my whole family. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this to get that estate. And over the years, that was kind of like, through people being people, that was kind of ripped away from me. Not to go too far into detail, but people that I used to talk to multiple times a day, people that I love dearly. I grew up with these people. Long story short, was about to backdoor me. Now that could be me overthinking, but any grown person with common sense know exactly what that was. I was about to get backdoored. So it's just familial betrayal, and that's not all of it at all. That's not all. Familial betrayal, and then not knowing who to trust after that, and then like the romantic partnerships that I had and how they did me. After that, I got bitter. I isolated myself, and I have family members who, you know, now want to be. I just pushed everybody away because how I seen it. If they could do that to me, anybody could do it to me. So I think it's more of a trust issue with everybody now. Then I don't know. It's that I ain't gonna lie, that fucking hurt. That still hurt to this day. Like when I finally put 2 and 2 together. Matter of fact, I seen somebody and then I finally put 2 and 2 together, and then after that I put 4 and 4 together. I'm like, oh my God. Cried like a baby on the way home. Like that shit hurt. It still hurts to this day. But before that, I had a motive, and my motive was I wanted my family to be all tight knit, close together. That's how I wanted it. And I'm not gonna lie, I still would like that, but it's probably, I don't know. I would still love that, but, and when I say like the whole plot is gone, I can't even say I lost the fucking plot. The plot was stolen from me. That plot was stolen from me because it really changed how like my drive changed. Because it's like, at this point, what the fuck am I doing it for? Like, what am I doing it for? Because like I said, I was doing it for my family, for the family I had, the family I do have, and the family that I wanted to have in the future. But even the future family is looking like, girl. But it's getting to the point like, why am I doing it? What am I doing this for? So I kind of typed that in, like, because I like to, first I journal it out. First I like to write it out. and then I type it into ChatGPT, and I'd be like, hey, elaborate on this and give me so and so many Bible scriptures. And one thing that it elaborated on, hold on, it made on that one was like the first one, you lost more than the motivation, you lost the motive, which I didn't even realize that there was, okay, my motive and motivation of course is somewhat synonymous, but that was what was keeping me going. Those 24-hour shifts, those like, yes, I did that, those like saving up money real hard, I was doing it for, in the future I seen how I wanted me and my family, everything I did, that was the end goal in mind, was me and my family gonna be straight. And after that, the other point it made was God may be shifting your motive from people to purpose. And when I read that, I just started crying, because it kind of went into the fact of how at first, when your motivation was people ain't Nazareth. People can betray you, people can fail you, and sometimes it don't even be on purpose. So me placing my purpose into other people, that's like putting my faith in man. And I didn't realize that I was doing that. But the fact that I don't, like I said, I would still love for me to get my mind back right into that family oriented thing, but it's gonna take a lot. That, oh, my nose, I'm sorry. It's gonna take a lot. That really kind of this pulled the rug under my feet right there. But it says, I'll just read it. This is delicate because family matters deeply, but sometimes God allows disappointment in a motive, not because the motive was evil, but because it was too fragile to hold the weight of your destiny. If your identity, drive, or hope rests completely on people, betrayal can collapse everything. Sometimes God restructured motives from I'm doing this for them to I'm doing this because God assigned me. That shift changes everything, because people are unpredictable, but purpose is stable. And as hard as, I don't know, I don't want to hear that as a solution, but it is the solution. Like, it is the reason. And I hate that AI had to teach me that when I read my Bible more than I used to. But AI really had to teach me that okay, you was doing this for family, but I don't know, that can change. And what happens if they all go? Does your purpose leave? Would you just gonna drop dead after that? So they did give examples of how, like, Abraham had to leave his family familiarity to follow promise. Moses had to lose the palace before finding calling. And it's just, oh, and then Joseph thought his story was about family acceptance, but betrayal redirected him into purpose. So it's just redirecting what my motive and my motivation is. That's what that was. Is redirecting what I'm doing it for. Because that, when I tell you, that really pulled the rug from under my feet. That hurt to the point where I'm making other people suffer from, like, other family members' doings. But I mean, I'm human. Like I said, how I feel, if they can do that to me, them, yeah. So, like I say, this ain't gonna be done in a week. This ain't gonna be done in a month. Probably ain't even gonna be done in a year. But just having to reshift what I'm doing it for, who I'm doing it for, and probably still try to stay future focused, but not overly future focused. But and not losing that want to have a tight-knit family. That ain't the only, like, even, like, reality beat my ass so bad that I lost my creativity. And my creativity, like, writing has always been a gift of mine. Whether you think it's good or not, I don't, there's between you and I guess everybody else. But writing has always been one of those things that I was gifted with. It was one of those things I was blessed with from a young age. And as reality just started whooping my ass, it's like the love I had for, like, even poems and stories and stuff, like the ambiguity of it, and I just think I still said it wrong, but I used to love that part of reading the ambiguous stuff of it. And now I've gotten more to like a straightforward black and white. Tell me what you mean. I don't need none of that 007 stall me out. Just say it. Say what the fuck you mean. And that's not good for the gift that I have. My gift is in creativity. I'm supposed to, I don't know. It just really made me, I become rigid over the years. Reality has really whooped my ass. And I prayed and asked God to restore that creativity in me, that whimsicalness, and that, just change me, like put me back to where I was, because this ain't it. I'm stressing. I'm getting gray hair. Like, I have a full salt and pepper on my Lola. TMI, but that's how stressed I've been. Like, a full salt and pepper on my Lola. But just, it ain't fair. Like, I didn't lose the plot. The shit was stolen. That shit was stolen. But maybe it'll be a new plot. And one thing it said, it was like, you going through a plot twist. If the plot wasn't stolen, it was a plot twist. So that's a new remember we talked about perspective yesterday. The plot wasn't stolen, it was a plot twist. That's what that was. So today I want to go out. It looks nice out a little bit. It looks a little nice out, but I want to go out. I would love to go to the movies. They dropping some heat at the movies this week. Like, it's, and then since I have AMC, I can see like 4 movies in a week. So how they dropping good movies out, I can go to the movies every day and be cool. Like, and if you're not an A+ Stubs member, what are you waiting on? Like, it's for $25. I say 25 to try to include everything. $25, you can go to the movies anywhere and watch up to 4 movies a week. What are you doing? What are you doing? But anyway, let me drink this coffee, get some stuff done, and I'll pick y'all back up later.